Taz Effect hits you like a wave, a fresh new spin on the news you crave. Turn the page and you see the light, a different angle that feels so right. No more waiting for the truth to show. Every story starts to glow. Daily news in a way you didn't know. It's the Taz Effect that steals the show. Open your mind, let the colors flow. Daily news in a way you didn't know.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me for the Taz Effect Daily News in a way you didn't know you could use. For those tuning in over the radio airwaves, thank you for tuning in. For everyone else listening and watching from all over social media, thank you as well. Okay, we are going to get through this. I do not feel well, but we're going to get through this. We are. We're going to get through this. Hey, Nightbird. Okay. Bingo boingo. We're going to start with a message from a vet. Pay close attention.
I don't support the troops. Normally I would, but I'm not. See, I'm not a civilian. I'm indoctrinated. I'm a soldier without any objectives. I have no missions, but I'm still a soldier in my mind. So I normally support the troops, but I'm not supporting the troops. From the sergeant major of the army all the way up to the generals, you are willingly following orders coming from a rapist and a pedophile. Now, what happens in the army if we're convicted under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, being convicted of rape and pedophilia? What happens to us? Well, that is, unless you're a sergeant major who confesses by way of court-martial that you're responsible for the death of one LaVonda Johnson, then maybe they'll cover it up and send you off to Leavenworth. But other than that, you get kicked the fuck out. Oops, did I speak too much? Let me tell you, motherfucker, something. You know what you're doing, and you're doing the wrong thing. You're complicit in following orders and carrying out actions against the best interest of this country, and you're jeopardizing soldiers, and I don't feel sorry for you. When you willingly go forward doing something that you know you shouldn't do, I don't feel sorry for you. If anything, I actually encourage the bad things to happen. Fuck it. All of you motherfuckers. I hope the parents grieve. I hope the parents have holidays where your loved one's not there, because none of you bitches will, even then, at the expense of your dead children, your dead spouses, look at the motherfuckers and fuck them up. So you know what? Why utilize the symbolism and patriotism as, I support the troops. Please protect. Fuck the troops. Fuck them. Fuck them. Until something comes across the news today, a division said, go fuck yourself. We're not moving. Right on. Today in the news, 4 generals told the president to go fuck off. We're not mobilizing a fleet. We're not doing any of this shit. Right on.
And that's the thing. That is the thing. You all keep asking what political parties are going to do, what politicians are going to do, and you keep forgetting what you and what others can do. What you signed up to do when you decided to stay here, when you decided to move here, when you decided to join certain institutions. We are past the time of waiting for somebody else to do it. Hey, Nana Jen. We're well past that time. You can't be on the sidelines at this moment in history. All of y'all that oh, if I would have been around during this time, during that time, I would have done that. This is your time to do what you said you were going to do. Why are unconstitutional, illegal, and when I say illegal, I'm talking globally illegal instructions being followed? Y'all will come online or sit down and chit chat with somebody that you've known for 5 minutes about how you cussed out your boss for asking you to do something that was within your job description. But y'all are okay with just going along to get along during this tyrannical fascist regime? I want y'all to take a listen to something. Trump appears to link Iran attack to his 2020 election loss. How long are we going to let this idiot hold on to the fact that he lost? A loser is holding on for dear life to yet another loss. Donald Trump Sr. on Saturday appeared to link the massive attack he ordered against Iran to his persistent claims about his 2020 election loss to former President Joe Biden in a social media post about allegations that Tehran's government interfered in U.S. presidential elections. I thought outside presidential election interference was a hoax. Those words, written in the first hours of the bombardment of Iran, repeated the headline of an article to which he linked from Just the News, a Trump friendly news site. Iranian intelligence sought to undermine Trump's re election bid in 2020 through a variety of election influence efforts, the article said. It also said Iran worked against him in 2024 when he beat Kamala Harris at the polls. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's been zero proof of anti-global entities working against Donald Trump. Most people need Donald Trump to get what they want out of things. BB from Philly, Vladimir Putin. And even Vladimir Putin is calling up people like, whoa, this mofo is girl bossing way too close to the sun. He got all the dip on his chip. We got to scrape it off. And we need to do that exponentially. But here's the thing. It's easier to manipulate Trump than anything else. We've watched it how many times at this point? Hey, Annabelle. So nobody's working to. And how would Iran benefit from Kamala Harris? How would Iran benefit from Joseph Robinette Biden? For what Iran, the way it is postured to us, wants, how would Iran gotten that out of Kamala Harris? If your answer is they wouldn't have, you're correct. I want to say this. If you missed today's Epstein Maxwell Files updates, you need to go over to YouTube at TazJ77 and watch. Because now we have Congress people wanting to open up yet another investigation. Because I told y'all there are multiple crimes that were committed at once. Y'all keep trying to ascribe everybody to sex crimes, and it wasn't just sex crimes that was going on. It wasn't just sex trafficking, and there were people who were breaking the law but not diddling kids in the sphere of Maxwell and Epstein. I don't think y'all are really taking into account the money that Epstein was able to amass with his lack of intellect. Had to come multiple ways. Like, it's already been established that he committed identity theft. What they're investigating Andrew and Mandelson into is essentially, hey Storm, is Cliff Notes version insider trading. So there was also an investigation from the DEA into Epstein regarding drug trafficking. And I say this because every time Trump does something, everybody is quick to go, oh, that's so much for him to avoid the files being released, for him to, oh, what was he doing with the kids? It was so horrible. People can break multiple laws at one time. Let us not forget, we knew that Trump raped E. Jean Carroll. That did not stop us from understanding the election interference, the business fraud, the forging of documents in cooperation with the business fraud, the misappropriation of campaign funds. Why all of a sudden are you all getting narrow-minded and you cannot understand that multiple things can be true? We have watched Trump over the years in business, in his first administration, clamor to be looked at and viewed in history books a certain way, to try to do certain things. We know that he has a deep-rooted jealousy of Barack Obama. So you think that he's not going down a checklist trying to outdo Obama or do things he thought that Obama should have done, or go further than where he believes that where he thinks that Obama didn't go far enough? Y'all are just gonna keep taking everything back to the Epstein file, and you don't even understand the complexities and everything that is in the damn Epstein files. You all are just so laser focused on who was fucking kids that you all are missing the identity theft, the drug charges, the financial abuse, like all of these other fucking things all of these other things that are going on. You all are the biggest hindrance of justice to so many things that it is so damn frustrating. You won't pay attention to the facts. You won't follow who will break down the facts to you. You want to sensationalize people's real lives and their real damn trauma. Y'all want to have all these hot takes about stuff and mock MAGA and Trump is being stupid while turning around and acting like Trump is the greatest mega mind diabolical leader that there ever was. I'm going to need y'all to sit down and shut the entire hell up. I really do. But I don't know what to expect from people who consistently go to morning shows and share news from people who only sit there and read you the damn headlines and act like you know what the hell is going on. Y'all piss me off so damn bad. And it pisses me off even more that you all have the ability to make decisions that now affect me and mine. Y'all will take all of your good working synapses within your smarticle particles and use them to find out if a heifer you don't like got a damn freckle on her right booty cheek. But you can't figure out anything else that actually means something and affects the greater good. Y'all want to argue about what's legal in a state you ain't never been to. Y'all want to argue somebody to the death, and you ain't never left the 6 blocks that you were born and raised on. You don't even know what goes down across the town that you ain't never left, but you want to act like you understand geopolitics and can break it down. There is a heifer right now on social media who admittedly has lived outside of the United States for a while, claimed she wasn't moving back in, but then decided to move back so that she could continue the political grip, and said, when is Kamala Harris going to explain to us why she conceded? So the tradition of realizing you have lost an election and conceding, hey sis, hey Barbara, is now a bad thing that needs to be explained. This is what you all are grabbing hold of. This is what you all are leapfrogging onto and having all of these damn think pieces. Yet again, in front of our faces, the sitting POTUS is committing war crimes. And the only thing y'all can keep talking about, Epstein files. Epstein, explain to me what the hell the Epstein files are. Yes, of course, Afeni. Afeni and Amani B. But I want y'all to explain to me what the Epstein files are, because I've explained to y'all the culmination of documentation that makes up the Epstein-Maxwell files, and it just keeps going right over your head because you keep ducking down, allowing it to go over. So I want y'all to explain, because y'all think that the only crimes that were being committed were sexual. Also, because the only thing many of y'all know about the Middle East is gas and oil. That's all you're also hyper fixated on. Did y'all forget that there are actual factual human beings over there? Did y'all forget about the number of U.S. citizens that are all around the globe that you are endangering, according to this make us look so strong? No, it's not. Please tell me when the bully on the playground looked strong. Do you all know how many byproducts you pay for due to crude oil? Y'all want to continue to lie about making more money under Republicans? Republicans are warmongers. The only people who benefit from war, you don't know. You will never break bread with. You will never cross paths with them. But what do I expect from people who saw a picture on social media of a rich white woman using her Birkin as a freaking grocery bag? And the only thing y'all took away from that was, oh, that's white privilege. Y'all ready to have that conversation? You do realize that there are stores within the United States, not just in Europe, where you can go in with your bags, put things in the bag instead of a cart or a little basket. Go up to the register, take the stuff out of your bag, get it rung up, put it back in your bag, and leave. Y'all were missing the fact that what you consider luxury, somebody considers to be a reusable shopping bag. Y'all piss me off every day. You piss me off every day. And I'm tired of being diplomatic about it, because y'all are the same ones that will pay $20 a week for a white man with ties to this fascist regime to break down somebody else's work, that will question me to the death when I sit here and tell you in detail all sorts of things. I don't just break down to you the news, but I give you the history behind it and where to get more information and encourage you to educate yourselves. But you wait for a man, a dick holder, to come along and just read you a damn headline or yell at the damn screen, and then you act like you've got it all freaking figured out. Y'all piss me off so bad. I sat all weekend considering if I wanted to continue doing what I'm doing. And I had an entire resignation drafted until last night. I got an email, and then I got a follow-up email today. Because at first I was like, okay, maybe this is some BS. But I got a follow-up email. Three people, including myself, three people asked to keynote speak and educate over the span of 3 to 4 days in May. And the fact that the dates have not even officially gone public. I was emailed because when my name was tossed out, The night that they proposed for me to lecture is damn near sold out. So it let me know that there are people that want to listen, that want to learn, that want to get better, that don't just want to sit there and throw their hands up and say, I don't know what to do, or want to sensationalize every freaking thing and turn life into the art that is a Hallmark/Lifetime movie exclusive. Y'all are so willing to denigrate, downplay, and disrespect Black women. But then we get to times like this, and y'all have been screaming, where's Kamala? Where's the 92%? You all have done everything to try to goad us to go out. You disrespect us into silence. Then you think that you're going to disrespect us into being vocal. Thank you, sis. It is frustrating. It is utterly frustrating. And you want to know what makes it even more frustrating? And you can decide to come out the bag on me all you want. You can't whoop my ass. That everybody else is willing to give it up for free. And what I mean by give it up for free, Black men, white women who proclaim themselves to be allies, you all will learn from us, regurgitate what we've said, and do it for free, which you know devalues what we do. You don't push anybody in our direction. You don't do anything. But then you bitch and complain and moan and groan when certain people have to shift what they're doing in order to sustain themselves. I'm pissed and I am hurt because I think y'all forgot. I have 3 different times lost long-term working contracts for the sake of bringing you the truth, not sugarcoating it, not going according to scripts, not holding on to talking points, not doing the legacy media route thing, but giving y'all the truth, connecting the historical context, and trying my damnedest to teach y'all how to get out of this situation. You walked in with your eyes wide open. And now you want to act shocked. You want to act shocked that weeks after new studies come out saying that the white birth rate is slipping, that for the first time, white babies are not leading percentage-wise in being born, that they are now sending your daughters, your sons, your brothers and sisters, and some of y'all off to war. The president and the Effetct are looking y'all in the face going, them bitches die, they die. With a Effetct who does not believe in war crimes, that recently, towards the end of last year, says you got 2 times to report somebody. After that, you got to shut it up. But y'all want to keep equating things to the top story of the hour, the Epstein files. This is how y'all missed that the Epstein estate had to pay back hundreds of millions of dollars back to Lex Wessner. Yeah, the co-founder of L Brands, the parent company of Victoria's Secret, that y'all was like, he's in the files, he got to be diddling kids. Y'all didn't realize? Y'all didn't realize that while Epstein was alive and Les Wexner's still alive, just questioned a few weeks ago, Epstein Epstein was his living power of attorney and was stealing money from up underneath that man. Y'all were missing that Epstein put himself in positions and told multiple of the girls and used Ghislaine Maxwell and Miss Kellen to be able to blackmail people for the sake of insider trading. How do you think a man who faked credentials to be a substitute math teacher went from being a substitute math teacher to a prolific financier that didn't trade in shit? All of his professional communication is giving dating advice to awkward men. That myth that y'all sell yourselves, that money can fix all your problems. If I had this money, I'd be getting this bitch and getting that dude. And no, you wouldn't. You cannot buy yourself out of lameness. You cannot buy yourself out of shyness. You cannot buy yourself out of awkwardness. You keep wondering how we got to Epstein getting a sweetheart deal, Maxwell being in damn near a day camp for convicts. It's because of you. You saturate everything with BS, conspiracy theories, your own little telenovelas, and you miss the crux of stuff. And you get mad at people for trying to do full investigations because you think everything is like Law and Order SVU and Olivia Benson is a real person that can fix everything in 47 minutes and 52 seconds. And before you go, but Taz, we love other people too. Shut up. You love Olivia Pope because she was screwing a white man. Because every time y'all quote the show Scandal, look at who you say should be called in to fix shit. It is never too late to learn how something goes. You cannot put your lived experience into every situation. Y'all sitting here living paycheck to paycheck, trying to insert your lived experience into the lived experience of people, hey, Essie, who carpool jets like you carpool a Uber. You have a skewed view of what wealth looks like. Because I promise you, you have crossed paths with wealthy people and you've made fun of them because you thought that they were one of the poors. Because you go by what media told you wealth should look like. There are a multitude of content creators all through this weekend and especially today going, darn, this is just facts. I'm going to show you how this is connected to this and how they're just using this to hide the files. All of these things that y'all claim were done in order to hide the files, in order to stop things from coming out, not one of them have worked. So what was the reason? What was the point? How was this a good thing? If all these people are so diabolical and so scary, how come this is all we're talking about? How come we know about it? Because I've even told y'all, stop saying that the federal government is covering this up. If it wasn't for the federal government, we wouldn't have the Epstein Transparency Act. It is the federal government that is arguing and standing with victims, trying to get justice. Say what it is. Trump his regime and bitch ass Pam Bondi are trying to hide this. And Pam Bondi is not trying to cover for Trump. She's not trying to protect Trump. I think you all have forgotten, or you just didn't damn pay attention to who's been involved with this from the beginning and who has been involved in using this case as a stepping stone in all the wrong ways. Dun, 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 dun. Pam melting face bitch ass cuckafuck Bondi. Everything isn't about protecting a man. Sometimes the woman is the villain in the story and she's trying to protect herself. The movers and the shakers in this realm are the women. I need y'all to think. I need y'all to think. Try hard. Stretch first, okay? Go with me. Girls say consistently, many of them were recruited at shelters and at high schools. Who's going to have access to girls and nobody's going to bat an eye at shelters and at high schools? These girls all admitted that they were taught how to give massages. Who's going to build up a repertoire like that? All of these girls said that they felt like Ghislaine Maxwell was the cool big sister, the cool older cousin. Then there was Kelly, also a woman. These girls were taught how to recruit other girls, and they were threatened into doing it. Who do you think could have made them that comfortable? There were boxes upon boxes upon boxes of nude photos of girls that they posed for. Who the hell do you think made them comfortable enough to do it? And y'all keep saying they're trying to protect Trump. They're trying to protect themselves. Because the moment that y'all wake up and realize who actually was behind this and how they used men as figureheads, your heads are going to explode. You're then going to understand why we haven't been able to break up these rings for so long, because y'all consistently look in the wrong places. I've told y'all for a while, many years, the reason why they've never truly solved the Jack the Ripper case is because they should have been looking for a Jacqueline and not a Jack. If everybody is on high alert looking for a man, how do you think women were continuing to be killed? A lot of y'all unsolved mysteries are because you refuse to look at women, especially white women. But then you'll sit there and go, you want to know who the most dangerous creature is on the planet? A white woman. Until it's time for you to recognize that that white woman did some messed up stuff. Then all of a sudden, you're legally blind. Mama, I love you. But y'all will treat an 11-year-old black girl as a fully grown woman and make her responsible for any and everything that's done to her. Y'all can kiss my ass with that shit. Y'all can kiss my ass with that shit. Like, y'all really piss me off. It's bad enough that y'all know who the monster is that goes bumping the night, but y'all will consistently allow them to tell you, look over there at the docket. Yeah. And here comes Vanilla Sunrise screwing you up and sending all of y'all to the upper room. And you know it. You know it each and every time. You know that they're sending you on a wild goose chase to make it easier for them to come in and screw you over. You do it. You set yourself up to be a damn victim. And now that we're like, screw it, be the victim. This is what you trained your whole life to be. You mad. You mad because we're not going to protect you from yourself anymore. They automatically think women aren't smart enough to be bad guys. Yes. This is why they put forth the lie. Well, women back then, they couldn't own slaves. They couldn't have property. A white woman is always going to find a way to be a boss bitch with minimal work. A white woman will always find a way to have her name on the deed of something with minimum to no work. because everybody wants to talk about tanning in white women, and everybody has all these theories. You want to know why white women were originally pale? And like the more pale, it was a great prestige and they were plump. It meant that their husband, their father, the man in their life was really taking care of them, that they didn't have to go outside and labor in the sun. Now, some will say, you know what, they feel that they look a little bit better with a little tan, a little color to their skin. But, when you're just out and about outside, everybody gets a little bit of tan naturally from, going outside, doing what you need to do outside. But white women started really very quickly getting upset with people denigrating their accomplishments, their wealth, their accumulation of trinkets. So why not darken your skin to make it seem like you were out in the field getting it out the mud? So that when you yell at somebody else, pull yourself up by the bootstraps like I did, it can appear credible. You didn't think about that, huh? You didn't think about that. George Washington spent thousands of dollars, quite a fortune during his time, and lost his mind to try to recapture a slave. It technically didn't belong to him, it belonged to his wife. Mm-hmm. Now, the following has been joked about, but I'm going to say this. If y'all can take the time to make a joke about it, just like with anything else, you can take the time to make some reality about it. Take a listen.
A South Park writer just set up a website to draft Barron Trump to the war in the Middle East with Iran. And I love this. It has gone incredibly viral. It is so funny. It's draftbarrontrump.com, and it says, America is strong because its leaders are strong. Trump proves that every day. Naturally, his son Barron is more than ready to defend the country his father so boldly commands. Service is honor, strength is inherited. Dog bless Barron. They also include an About Us section that says, this site is dedicated to honoring the strongest and bravest voices in war. When power is projected abroad, it is only right that strength exists at home. If you're looking at proven genes, inherited courage, and unquestionable resolve, look no further than the Trump family. Leadership starts somewhere. And they accompany that paragraph with a photo of Donald Trump asleep right on the website. The website also includes some
Keep in mind, let me remind y'all again, the Trump family does not want to be here. They've never wanted to be here. This is not a super patriotic family. They are here because they kept dodging conscription for so long that they were expatriated from their precious Deutschland. Okay? They never wanted to be here. Ever. Also, Barron Trump does not seemingly like his father or acknowledge his father. He has spent so much time with his mother and his mother's side of the family that he has a Slovenian accent. He has dual citizenship. Also, I'm going to need y'all to stop with, once again, the revisionist Trump history that Trump hates or does not know about the existence of Tiffany Trump. I think y'all forgot, but Tazzy Farms remembers that he has been obsessed with that woman's chest since she was an infant. He was at her wedding. He knows very well. Because just like her daddy, she went and got her a younger spouse. And quickly popped out a baby to submit some things. Tiffany keeps her distance from her father. She loves her family. And she enjoys the perks of being a Trump. But this is why she chose to go into law and not the family business. This is why when he was going through all of his legal trouble, she didn't pop out. She pops out during a few political things and she goes back in. Her mother still has an obsession. Her mother is playing the First Lady of Mar-a-Lago as we speak. Trump has sexualized both of his daughters. Both. This is why, so far, allegedly, Barron Trump is the only Trump offspring that has not had plastic surgery. Trump has been noted on and off the record for suggesting hairstyles, hair colors, highlights, and plastic surgery to any and everyone in his sphere because he wants people to have a certain look, what he deems as looking posh, upper class, highbrow. And this goes into yet another revisionist bit of Trump history. He did not grow up rich. He is not from immense wealth. This is why he has some imposter syndrome, just like Jeffrey Epstein. This is why Trump dresses the way he does. And this is why a lot of people do like him. He plays rich like how people try to play rich. When I tell y'all, I laugh at some of these people that are like, yeah, I'm in my soft luxury, quiet luxury. Luxury is quiet. Luxury is never loud. Luxury is not riddled with labels and things like that. This is how I know you're cosplaying, based upon what you think wealth looks like. Trump dresses like a damn cartoon character. What do I mean by that? Tell me when there has been a change in his wardrobe. Just like a cartoon character, if there's a special episode, he'll get a change in wardrobe. Other than that, we know what he's going to show up wearing. It's not tailored. It's not fitted. You can look at it and tell that it's of poor quality. This is a man that does not know how to order a steak because he has never purchased or had a good cut of meat. Therefore, he does not know what it tastes like. This is why he wants a well-done steak with ketchup. This is why he is so enamored by fast food. He is that poor kid that grew up and is like, I got forever McDonald's money. You ever met somebody who grew up poor and now them and their kids got to have all the J's that come out and all these designer clothes because their kids like to make fun of other kids where the kids don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn until you teach them to give a damn. Poor people continue to keep themselves poor because of dumb shit. I met a family once. I had made cheesecake. One of the matriarchs of this family was like, oh, can I have a piece of the cheesecake? I was like, sure, it's in the refrigerator. Another member of their family was like, yeah, I was over here. She made it 4 days ago. And they were like, oh, we can't eat that. I kid you not, every 2 to 3 days, like, I was like, we have refrigerators, not ice boxes. These are the same people that would cook 3 to 4 meals to feed 3 people in a household for dinner. People who buy as if they're buying, like they gave the preteen and the toddler the debit card and the car keys and sent them to the grocery store. Exactly. That's what refrigeration is for. But it tickles me. And that is how Trump lives. Everything about him, KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, like all of his favorite things. But y'all continue to believe this lie that his father gave him $1 million loan. He stole and sued for control of the family business, renamed the family business and drove it into the ground and removed all of its credibility and respectability. Now, is Trump great at marketing and branding? Yes. And he could have been a wonderful actual businessman if he would have done that. But he was chasing what he saw on TV. He was a screen kid. You talk about, oh, I don't want a screen baby. We've all been screen babies. All of us. Y'all kill me every time there's some new type of technology. You want to blame bad parenting and short attention spans or the cranially underdeveloped doing what the cranially underdeveloped does. And before you go, Taz, you're being ableist. No, that's what children are. Cranially underdeveloped. All of us been sat in front of a TV for hours and babysat by TVs. What do you think portable DVD players were? MP3, MP4 players, iPods. CSA, speaking spells, leapfrogs. Like distractions were put in front of children. Toys change over the years because we have differing technologies. So when your parents needed to go cook dinner and your fast tail ass couldn't be in there because they didn't want you to get turned into a crispity crackly memory, yeah, let me go pop this DVD in. Let me go pop this VHS in. Let me give this child something to distract them so I can get this done. When your parents needed to clean the house, yeah, you were distracted with something. Heck, when your parents wanted to go bump uglies for a quick second. But I promise you, every time some new we're gonna blame it up. Problem is, when you do that, you need to have some explanation to go along with it. You have to pair it along with it. Because the TV shows that I watched growing up, my mom would sit down and have conversations with us about them. She would talk to us about them, what we learned, give us lessons like, hey, did you pay attention to this? Did you pay attention to that? What did you like? Like, we would have conversations about it. We weren't just left to think that this was reality, that we can just take this and run with it. And before you go like, you should have known a cartoon wasn't real. Y'all believed in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Let's stop. Okay? You believe Jack Frost was real. And some of y'all believe that Jack Frost was a snowman version of things. Stop. And that's what happened with Trump. Nobody parented him. So what he got in his mind as to what wealthy looked like, what wealthy sounded like, what respect looked like. He grew up in the height in New York of mob activity, and then came to a certain point in his adulthood where that's pretty much the movies and the TV shows that you were getting. And who got the respect? And throughout pop culture, who's getting respect? You got people naming themselves after mobsters and gangsters and stuff. You know, black gangs are demonized for doing the same things that the white gang in a suit was doing. You got merchandise, you got movies and songs made after it. That's what and I'm not making excuses, I'm painting a picture for you. And y'all believed it because he was a white man. Y'all believed the origin story that he put out there. You never questioned it. If my black ass got out there and had ill-fitting clothes, a horrible wig, horrific blotchy makeup, and eating cold KFC, cold nuggets, and dry cold Big Macs, and was like, yeah, my daddy just gave me $1 million loan for this business, y'all would run it up. Y'all would investigate every part of my life. Okay, y'all would find a little boy that asked me to be his girlfriend with a pencil in kindergarten and ask him about me. Okay, y'all would find the first bee that ever stung me and interview them. But because he was a white man, y'all were just like, yeah, that checks out. That makes sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Natalie, I'm right with you. Very gross ketchup. Oh my God. When I tell people to deconstruct, I mean deconstruct from it all. Don't just say that you're a free thinker when you're falling into the same trappings as the masses. If you're not questioning certain things, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And also, please stop self-diagnosing as autistic and claiming that you just knew it because of pattern recognition and you can't recognize any patterns. You couldn't recognize the houndstooth pattern on a jacket that you've been wearing for 3 days straight. Before I get into this last story, I'm going to say something. People who are loyal followers, loyal listeners, and viewers of GCPR, I don't need you to fight me on this. I need you to listen. And I also need you, if you doubt me, then help me with this. You'll either prove me wrong or prove that we need to come together to get somebody some serious help. Online, people can be whatever it is they want to be. I'm going to say this. A child that has none of their school friends, no minors, no cousins, no nothing in their following list, and just their following and their followers are populated by adults, mostly middle-aged adults that they met online in a completely different country, there's some signs there. Huge blaring red flags. Also, if every 2 to 3 business days they are going through a tragedy, online is not where they need to be. And 3, if every time a specific Black woman is praised, given notoriety, featured, they up the ante of their catastrophe, they are not who they say they are. So, either you've caught on to what I'm talking about right now, or you soon will. So if you go to any GCPR show, minus the super serious ones, Jeff Kennedy, because they don't go on, just hashtag cat booty coffee or hashtag booty cat. No more, no less. And if a catastrophe is announced, then we'll have confirmation. In full disclosure, I hope I'm wrong. I'm hoping that the pattern I'm recognizing, my brain is processing a pattern incorrectly, because I have been very tired lately. But unfortunately, I don't think that I am. Now to close out, it's not super gonorrhea. Okay, Nana Jen. Hey. But I do have to tell y'all this, and I know y'all gonna do it. I know y'all gonna do it. I know y'all gonna spread this like wildfire, and y'all gonna attach me to every bit of it. But here we go. HMPV virus with no vaccine or treatment on the rise. It's not just the flu spreading around. The U.S. national tracking shows another respiratory virus that has no vaccine and no treatment has been on the rise. HMPV, human metapneumovirus, has been steadily ticking upward since the start of winter from the data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows. The virus, first discovered in 2001, can cause upper and lower respiratory illness in anybody, but especially in young kids, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems. Most people get their first case of HMPV before they're 5 years old, according to the Cleveland Clinic. After the first infection, symptoms are usually milder. Symptoms include fever, congestion, cough, trouble breathing. In most cases, illness is mild. However, in some people with respiratory illness can progress into bronchitis or pneumonia. It can spread from one person to person or from surfaces to people. While your doctor can test you for HMPV by swabbing your throat or nose, there is no treatment for it. HMPV also tends to follow a predictable seasonal pattern, according to the CDC, typically popping up in winter and increasing into spring. Last year, HMPV cases reached their peak in April and early May. Meanwhile, influenza remained elevated nationwide as the flu's B variant has started to spread. Cases of RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, have also been climbing over the past 4 months. COVID-19, on the other hand, has leveled off since the holidays. With all sorts of respiratory viruses, prevention measures are similar. For HMPV, since there is no vaccine, the CDC emphasizes the importance of washing hands, covering coughs and sneezes, and staying home when sick to prevent spread. Wash your ass, okay? We're past the bath days. Stop saying that washcloths and stuff is for the pores. Stop acting like your little nasty ass kids. Talking about, well, they're children. Children don't get dirty. Children wake up and look at dirt and it lands on them. Wash your kids. Wash your ass. Wash it all. If you are sick, stay home. If your little rugrat is sick, keep their asses home. If you don't like being home with your minions, stop having minions. And I mean that from the core of my body. I'm tired of y'all complaining about having to take care of and parent the children that you bumped uglies to have. You get absolutely not. You don't like them? Find somebody who do and drop them off there. I don't know what to tell you. And even though I teach remotely now, I will boot your kid from the class. I know in reality, their coughing and hacking can't come through the screen with me, but it's no, because I'm pretty sure y'all gonna try to find a way to send some type of disease filth or whatever through an email. Absolutely, keep it over there. And keep in mind, I have been known to spray somebody with Lysol, and I keep Lysol in my purse. Nasty white, just watch your hands. I'm gonna quote that. Yes, please do. Tell you what, like, oh, they. And washing does not mean taking shampoo into your hair and let it drip down. And I don't know how some of y'all consider yourselves a superior race. Look at all the different types of soaps we have for different parts of your body, and you think that lathering up and having clean hair means that just soap just dripping onto your body means it is clean. But then y'all got the nerve to be picky eaters. Y'all ain't no different than the people who meet somebody at a questionable club, will perform fellatio, basically eat the syphilis, eat the herpes, and then get up and put a condom on. You already ate it. You've been at the buffet of STI already. What? Y'all ain't seen a doctor since a doctor smack you on the ass coming out your mama cootie cat. They don't even try to massage you. They need to scratch yourself. Right. They definitely need. Right. Or want to kiss somebody. Nope. Get somebody else to do it. Whew. All right. I just got the notification that the Clinton testimony has officially been released. Okay. Well, in an hour, I do have discussions on race class. So I do have to handle that. Like I said, the Kirk conspiracy update will be at 8 o'clock. I will try to figure out when I'm going to fit in going over this footage with y'all. This is why I'm tired. This is why I'm tired. This is why I'm tired. We need Trump out of office so I can take a nap. Oh, now I'm hot. All right. Oh, thank you. It's a gift from chaos. We might go straight from the Kirk conspiracy into the footage of the Clintons. She taking a nap. I think she's stirring up. Yeah, I think she's waking up now. But she was taking a nap. Um, I don't know what she was watching before it timed off. I turned on, I don't know what, but it was playing some music. And I saw she was like getting comfortable, so I let the music play, and Miss Holly got comfortable and laid down, took a nap. But like I said, I think she's starting to stir awake now. So, is she back to talking to me? No. Does she now have attitude with both of us? Yes. And that's because when we went to go visit SZ, SZ has a dog. She smelled SZ's dog on us. So we in big trouble. She gave us that Claire Huxtable, you were with the wretched look. Yeah. So yeah, the side eye. And it's the side eye with the huff. You know, get the side eye and go and walk away. Like it's full on attitude. So there was that. There is new merch at tazisms.com. What the hell? Sorry. There's a retired general that is now missing. Okay. I gotta go get some information on that. Oh, she definitely felt betrayed. She is bigly mad. She is. But she does have a fresh bag of treats. So, because I'm the simp of the household, I'm gonna go get one of the treats and try to smooth it over. Yeah. I'm gonna go tell her she's a pretty girl. Sing to her a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna try to win her back. But as always, each one teach one, each one reach one. Thomas's handle on up scrolled. I do. Hold on. Is it? Hold on. Don't forget to follow your girl on Upscrolled also. All of my handles are linked in my bio. But hold on. And the goal is to always make sure that I have more followers than him. What is explicit? What did you put on your page, Thomas? It's at Thomas_Bishop. And the cover photo is Saint Say Swole Meat in front of a white lion, and his profile picture is his standard profile picture. Is that where he's going to be? Upscroll gives us a cap of 20 minutes, so a lot of us are already over there. But remember, my numbers need to stay higher than his, okay? But that's where he's been posting more and more, and I think that's where he posts the most at this point. So yeah. If you want the same old good old content that you were getting over here, well, over on the TikTok from Thomas Bishop, you can find it on Upscrolls at Thomas_Bishop. As a matter of fact, hold on. Gambit's over there at General Gambit. Angry is at Angry IT Nerd, no spaces. Once again, Thomas is at Thomas_Bishop. Dave the Lowlander, Dave_the_Lowlander. And thought our other. Okay. Sometimes I can miss things because I'm staring too hard. I could have. Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought Dave the Viking was over here too. Let me double check. Oh, okay. He is. Okay. And Dave the Viking all together. No spaces. Dave the Viking. Okay. Yeah. Then, of course, your girl's just Taz J. But if you find me connected to all of them, you find, y'all know how to do. You know how to do. Most welcome. And that's what we got for today. Like I said, it's a lot going on today. I need a nap. And I know I still owe y'all some cooking shows. Yesterday I was exhausted, and I made jambalaya. I don't know if Esdi is still in here, but I meshed our two cultures because I used the rest of that lovely Polish chicken sausage in my jambalaya. Chef's kiss. But I took a little nap in between everything. But your favorite new jam, Cat Booty Coffee, is on the way.
Cat booty coffee. Cat booty coffee.